After a week off, our Stool Streams Jenga season returns today. 3 great matches, a $2,500 jackpot, and the headliner, a Dave Portnoy doubleheader. It's Cyber Monday inside the Triple S, and it all starts right now.
There you go. There you go, Kelly.
Easy find. Oh, a little slip.
The tablecloth. 1, 2, 3, go. A magician. You're a magician. You're David Blaine.
And I will say Tommy looks like a goose, which is the most shocking development of this whole tournament. I didn't know people said that.
And that's it! And that's it! A Jenga from Tommy! Oh my goodness! What is he doing? That's a Jenga! He can save it. And that's it! A Jenga from Trent!
Jenga towers falling down on KFC's head.
Live from Barstool HQ in New York City, welcome to another edition of Stool Streams presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. He's Jeff D'Lo. I'm Jake Marsh. Jeff, it is Cyber Monday. A lot of happenings here around HQ today.
The cast of characters surrounding, obviously we're in a different setting. We must note that. We are in the middle of the office, which we've never done before. And the cast of characters lurking around the Jenga tower is going to be a factor today in what is a very exciting 20% off day here at Barstool Sports.
20% all the way until midnight. We'll have our telethon going on later tonight with an escape room. That's the reason we are out here today. But as for now, it is week 4 of our Jenga season. Let's see who will be participating today. We'll start things off over in Group C. It will be the final match for Team Josh Duhamel. They are 1-4 right now, taking on a winless team in the Rangoon Wranglers. And then after that, Dave Portnoy doubleheader. Nothing else needs to be said. 2
matches in a row. If Dave and Rhea go 2-0 today, they clinch a spot in the playoffs. Josh Duhamel can play spoiler. They're 1-4. They stink. They're out. But they can play spoiler and really torpedo the season for the Donnies here off the top of today's match. And then, of course, we know the end of today, we will have Trent and Robbie after a great match in the middle. So very excited today because we can have another playoff spot clinched here. And I guess we can call it Stool Stream Stadium, but it's almost, it's like a different venue.
Stool Streams Arena, maybe?
It's the arena,
I don't know. But yeah, we have a winless team in each of the 3 matches today. But first, it is time for Group C. We'll send it, I guess, down the stream or down the office, down the hallway. Spider, our official with the rules.
Thanks so much, Jake. A couple rules before we get started. Team Wranglers, please remain on this side, in between the white lines you see on the floor. Same goes for you, Team Josh. When it comes to extracting a block, please only use one hand at a time. If you do use 2, your teammate will be forced to extract the first block they touch on their next turn. Also, should the clock expire, and I say 60 seconds to pick a block, once per game, your team will have the opportunity to change that block. However, that does not apply should it occur on a violation. Team Wranglers, do you understand the rules? Yes. Team Josh, do you understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
Please use your phones now only to retweet the stream and keep them away for the duration of the game. Back up to Jake and Jeff in the booth.
All right, thanks so much, Spider. So, Jeff, the majority of this match, in fact, the entirety for at least one team, they're playing for pride. Team Josh Duhamel is already mathematically eliminated, but the Rangoon Wranglers still have a lot to play for.
Yeah, and I've heard that they are very excited to play spoiler today. They're trying to go pull all the stops out. There's maybe been some contacts made for finding some third-party members that could potentially yell and screw up the game for the Donnies, who are in full apron here. Donnie had a new cookbook coming out, 20% off, I believe, in the Barstool store.
Yes.
Go buy it, fantastic. Published, I think PFT's a published recipe author as well down there. But yeah, no, I know they're fired up to bring in some, like I said, some third-party activity, and I think you can see in the background there's some people lurking who might come into play here. Some chirping. It's like one of those UFC events where you see all the and we already see Frank the Tank, and that's spoiler alert. We mean Frank the Tank. It's like a UFC event. You're going to see some celebrities in the crowd. Yeah, White Sox Dave just walked in.
Yeah, we will have a crowd today, and we also have the 3rd member of our crew, PFT commenter, is down the stream.
I'm telling you, this is why we play the game. Games like today, we've got a live studio audience here. A little bit of nerves might come into play, but guess what? I got some good news for people at home. It's Cyber Monday. Age, sex, location, guys. You know what I'm talking about. fucking in the chat room. We got some great discounts going on right now. We've got this shirt right here, 20% off. This part of my take hat, 20% off. Everything is 20% off right now on Cyber Monday. Bankrupt Dave. Send Dave to the poorhouse. The more you buy, the more you save, the more Dave ends up losing money. It's a win-win-win for everybody. So check it out on store.barstoolsports.com. Get some merch. It's going to be a great game down here. It is the group of death, but the loser of this game, probably done for the season. They can kiss their championship aspirations goodbye because obviously they have to come through the Washington football team, Jenga team, to get there. So I'm feeling very confident. Going to be interested to see which one of these two loser teams loses. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you
Thanks,
so
guys.
much, Mr. Commenter. And Khan's already, feel that he's playing loose because he can't win the tournament anymore.
Yeah, and we must note that PFT is in this group, so please take anything he says with a grain of salt. It is biased, and again, just careful with what you listen to.
I call
with
him
PFT
hasn't
saying.
seen, Jeff.
The next two matches, though, he's unbiased. But this one, he's in the group, so anything he says, a little biased.
Right, PFT is part of the football team. They are 2-1 right now in second place in Group C. As for the two teams on the bottom half of the Group C standings, they're about to kick things off inside the Square of Doom right now. So back over to our two teams, and I believe Spider has the order to solidify this match.
It'll be Pat, Donnie, Cons, other Donnie. Good luck.
Other Donnie.
Good?
All right.
All right, so into the Square
Can I
of
take
Doom
this
goes
off
the
the top?
lone player off of the
Before I
waiver
start?
wire. The waiver wire passed. The deadline was on Friday. And Spider, what's going on down there?
Brandon Walker, Hearts Old Miss.
Now, it looks like Brandon Walker left a little note behind before the game started. Want to make sure that he interjected himself in this game, displaying his love for the Ole Miss football team.
All right, so starting things off
All right.
with Pat, who goes with the penultimate row, a Tittleman's Crest. And if you're new to Jenga, a Tittleman's Crest is when you extract a middle block of a complete row. Jeff, we mentioned that the waiver wire deadline passed on Black Friday. Pat was the only person picked up there. Are you surprised there weren't more moves?
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil it now, but there's a match that we're going to see later today where the waiver wire deadline passing has changed the complexity of the team. I can see the person out of the corner of my eye. We will get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but it'll be in one of the next couple matches. I think there's some debate on who the real team owner is now that the deadline has passed.
Absolutely.
Both
But
cons.
we'll get to Group A a little bit later on. Remember, we are tracking questions 1 and 2 on the Play Barstool app. It's a $2,500 progressive jackpot if you go 6 for 6. And we'll break down the percentage of picks for you when we get them. Should get them in a couple of minutes. And there's Coach Doug's, who I guess is already annoyed by our voices.
What? Is he
was plugging his ears in.
he just not want to listen to us?
It's me, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, could it be a little jealousy because he was the sideline reporter and then PFT kind of stole his job back? Do we think it has something to do with that?
His ears popping? Elevation changing?
I don't know. Anyways, back inside the Square of Doom, we are one way down the order. Pat told us last night in our pregame production meeting, they're playing for pride. He likes the Donnies, but he needs to get one more win under their belt because he's already got his eyes set on season 2. They're eliminated now, but it's a fresh slate starting in 2021.
I mean, Pat a little ahead of himself there. I mean, they are on pace for 1 and 5. I mean, like Pat's getting a little ahead of himself there. But maybe show out today, and someone will draft him.
All right, back down the stream, PFD is alongside the Wonton Don.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm down here with Team Donnie's. Right now, they're wearing a very interesting uniform. They've got the denim smocks on right now, as you would call them. It's like a Canadian tuxedo for cooking.
side.
I call it an apron, an EH-PRON. Why are you guys donning this specific outfit?
This is on sale right now. It's part of Donnie's cookbook package. So we're trying to rep the brand a little bit.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I had one Shark Night hat, so I'm the only one repping that.
And Chef Donnie, what is the meaning behind the denim?
I just like the denim look. I like the leather patch that goes with it. That's I think it's just a good apron.
Okay, I think it's a cool looking kitchen tool, that's for sure. I want to get my hands on one of those.
Thank you so much, PFT. And yes, those aprons, including are part of the 20% off deal. You see the Team Portnoy sweatshirts on the bottom of your screen right now. Everything 20% off. I believe we still got
Some
10-ish
select
more
items.
hours. Yeah,
Some select,
yes.
You have the Barstool Kitchen. Look at that
Are you
timing.
wobbly?
Yes.
Incredible.
Kitchen merch, Donnie's new
That's like
cookbook.
watching the DVD logo try to hit the corner of the screen. The fact we were talking about that
I'm gonna
as.
clean this up a little bit.
What are the
That's
chances?
That's what we call great teamwork between the production crew and ourselves.
What are the chances?
Foreplay, we'll see Frankie Borelli a little bit later on, but focusing back here on the square of doom, Jeff.
need to do, champ.
I hate to bring this up. You're a Browns fan.
that was good.
Late in the
That's a good
season, you
ball.
find
Yeah.
yourselves playing for pride most of the time. Not this year.
No,
But
which
what's
is
the mindset
very cool,
when
by
you're a
the way.
team playing for pride?
You either don't watch,
Where is it wobbly?
or you watch for like gambling
What's the weakest
reasons,
link?
I guess. But for them, that's just watching as a fan.
But
For
one
playing,
block
maybe
can
you want
change it all.
to tank for a better draft pick.
Thank you.
But I think it's kind of the opposite here. It's they want to play
If you know
well
a game-changer block,
for potentially being picked next season. I think that's the
GCB?
thing.
You got a
It's
GCB
kind of the opposite of the
We got a
Browns,
couple
where
GCBs
if
in
you're
there.
Pat, you don't want to be
Could either
bad. You want to
rebalance
be
the entire
good.
tower, or
You
could it
need the
fucking
win.
make
So
it
it's
way
almost the
worse?
exact opposite end of the spectrum here. If he wants to get drafted, if Cons wants to get drafted, if he wants Josh Duhamel to bring him back next season, which it's sounding like may not happen. Duhamel, apparently big fan of Cons the man, not as much the Jenga player. Obviously, Josh Duhamel known for movies like Transformers, Las Vegas, the TV show,
Nice and easy. There you
some
go.
other great movies as well.
He was married to
He may
Fergie.
not be into him. He was married to Fergie at one point as well, too.
Right.
Yeah.
We mentioned playing
Nice
for
and easy,
pride
my
for
king.
Team Duhamel, but the Rangoon Wranglers, they're very much alive. They're 0-2 right now, but Captain Cons told us last night he would like nothing more than to play spoiler for the 0-2 Wranglers.
Yeah, Cons is a competitor too. That is the other thing. He's always going to have that going for him. People know that he
wrong team,
cares
wrong
a
team.
lot. And actually, he just got chirped by Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
Frank the Tank's team 0-3 right
How
now
much
in
money
Group
you
B.
need,
They're
Frank,
off
to-
He hit him with the
Frank,
pension.
we already
recruited
Became a living
We
nightmare.
already recruited
How many
Frank.
nuggets?
We won't see him
There we
today, but he is still trying to take center stage.
I'll tell you what,
Frank,
here, guys.
Right behind the
How many
high
nuggets you need to just scream
Remember,
damn
just
nature?
100 calories, gluten-free, no added sugar, real vodka versus malt or fermented sugar.
I've got the decibel meter out right now. This is like Luton Field now in Seattle. It's the loudest
You don't even have
stadium
to
in
engage with them.
Stool
You can
Stream's
just-
Jenga.
the second
Right now,
we
the
go.
decibel meter is at 89 decibels. That's about as much as a jet engine on takeoff down here. We got Frank just screaming his head off in the background. It's a different environment for sure. One other thing to keep your eyes on is the post-Thanksgiving sodium swell of the fingers. Now, Pat
good
has
point.
some skinny little digits. I don't think he's going to be too impacted by that. Captain Cons doesn't really have that much room to work with. He's already got some sausage links growing from his knuckles there, so we'll see how much the sodium that he took in over the course of the weekend might impact the block pushing.
So fat fingers is what we're hearing could be a
You're gonna
problem
break this
today.
tower, Pat.
Interesting. Now, Jeff,
Just like you
we
broke my
mentioned how
chair.
we are out here in the main hallway of the office right now. From a player's perspective, what difference do you think that makes not being inside the chilly Triple S?
I mean, first of all, yeah, the temperature control is much different in here. It's not freezing cold or scalding hot, depending on the day. And a lot of lighting here, too. The normal lighting in Stool Stream Stadium, it kind of focuses on the Jenga Tower. Here we have Christmas lights, we have TV lights, we have the actual lights of the set, we have more monitors, Frank singing. It's way different here right now. It's a completely different environment atmosphere. For this match, maybe not as much. We have only one team
Chefs
alive.
are
The
the
next
carpenters
two,
of the
though, I
kitchen.
think it might factor in.
Yeah, PFT, what's going on down there?
So I'm down here. This is at crowd level. We do a great job on the broadcast at editing out a lot of the background noise. But I'm down here in the crowd right now, and I can't even hear anything that's going on. The teams can't use the hard count on the field. It's deafening next to Frank the Tank. He is just so incredibly loud. I don't even know if you guys can hear me up there right now. I don't know what's going on. This is why it's such a different environment to play in. Hopefully these teams can focus and be able to get past this, but I know it'd be tough if it were me.
All right, thank
Are
you.
you guys?
PFT.
I can't hear you guys asking me. We'll just have to do an interview later. I can't hear what you guys are saying.
And crowd noise certainly playing a factor for our sideline reporter. But Jeff, this just in. From the Play Barstool app, remember, questions 1 and 2 are what we are tracking here today for the $2,500 progressive jackpot. Pretty even down the line
thing
in
is
terms of
actually
the
shaking. I'm only
Stoolies think
giving
will
this a
pull
little tap.
the losing block. It's Pat at 29% leading the way.
Frank, what's your favorite
Dewan's
Christmas
on
song?
Don at 28%. Chef Donnie 23%. and cons at 21%. Anything stand out to you about that?
Not pretty even. That's kind of what I would expect. You have a team that hasn't won yet, and you have another team that's basically limited. They are limited at 1 and
60
4.
seconds to
So
pick a block.
it's evened out. They're all decent players. They're
how'd
just
you
not
know?
good enough to have these powerhouse records that you see from the Purple Hedgehogs later, or DeChalk, or Prest. Or Berserkers who've clinched. I need to give Rudy and Billy some
Keep going, Frank.
tip of the hat. They've
Yes.
done great. Playoff spot.
We do have one clinched team already in this group. Group C, that's the Chalk at 4-0, but we have these two teams plus PFT's team, the football team, battling it out for that second playoff spot. Question 2 is also what we're tracking. Total blocks in this match, you can see on the bottom right of your
Not yet.
screen.
Not yet. He's not ready
Total
yet.
block count, which is live updates.
This is a nice
36 to
smock.
38 is the most popular
Yeah,
pick
good.
at 40%.
There we go.
Sturdy. It's like it's manly. You know, I don't
an
feel like
ST.
Martha
Tower,
Stewart.
they're not really picking. They're kind of picking 2 spots. They're not
feel
really
like-
picking around the tower. There's only really 2 spots they're going for here,
Oh yeah, no, this would
eliminating much
trying
of
to
2
imagine a chick
sections, especially
wearing
towards
just
the bottom.
this, and it's
We mentioned the difference in
nice thought.
atmosphere.
Pretty good.
In
Yeah.
terms of the Square of
very
Doom,
amusing.
I don't know if it's my naked eye or maybe it is true. Does the Square of Doom look bigger right now than usual?
No, I don't think it does.
About the
Dang.
standard size?
Get him, Tank.
I don't know.
KB
I
knows a
think
lot
they
about
did a great
Nutley.
job mapping it out here. I think you and I are at a much different angle.
Don't
Right.
know how or why.
Yeah, you and I are not
but
as
he
high up in the
references
air
Nutley,
as we
New
usually
Jersey a lot.
Right.
I think this match is going to turn when we figure out whoever goes to that bottom row.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This match will turn when the first person makes a move on the bottom 3 blocks.
We just got the word from our commissioner, Henry Lockwood. This box indeed is bigger. It's 10 by 10 and the triple S on the turf. It's 8 by 8. Nice little nugget
Okay.
from our
Oh,
commish.
shit, your eyes are better than mine, I guess. I thought it looked normal.
Frank the Tank still trying to take center stage here.
Worth
Sky
noting that
cam.
Frank, great shot of Frank the Tank. Worth noting that Frank has so much more material now that
0-3,
it's turned
man.
over after Thanksgiving and people find it
0-3
acceptable
for
to be
Chef
doing Christmas
Don.
caroling.
Toughest crowd
Absolutely.
in sports right now. He's the.
Hey,
we got
Frank.
ourselves a Cameron Crazy.
Frank.
Or we do have our
Would you
employee
like to
Big
meet
T.
my
He'd prefer
friend
me to say
Jack?
holiday.
Do it, Frank.
I think Frank's doing bird calls now.
Is
How
Donnie
about-
dangling
how about-
That's a
money?
nice holiday
I
treat.
went the
He's trying
beak
to
and you
bribe
almost
our
screened during
Spider.
that turn.
I know
He's
Spider will
laying.
not
No,
take
no, no.
that.
He's bribing. He's
he's
bribing
Swans are
Frank.
swimming.
Excuse me.
He's bribing
Excuse
the
me, Mr.
tank.
Jackson. I am for real.
Donnie,
Please
meanwhile,
only
back inside
talk
the Triple S. There
during
might be a
that
lot
turn.
going on
I'll
outside,
give
but
you
he's
$20.
taking out another Tittleman's crest. And Jeff, how about your keys to the match presented by Hiding Hard Seltzer?
Yeah, the big thing for the Donnies, and keep in mind, it was the first overall pick, Chef Donnie. It's do or die. They got to go for a win here. They can't be tentative. They can't be timid. They need to try to make some winning moves. And then, of course, for Josh Duhamel, you can buy his classic, Ramona and Beezus, starring Selena Gomez, for 50% off on Cyber Monday. Great flick.
Yes.
Check it out tonight after.
Do we think Josh
all the
Duhamel
festivities
will
here.
renew his contract as a member of this team?
Maybe not with Captain Cons, but I think he will get a team again.
Jeff, I did see that in a 2 DVD for $5 feature at the bargain bin at Walmart.
I've
It
been the
was
only
that
one
and
pumping Josh
Transformers.
Duhamel movies this entire
Just
time.
a great steal. A great deal for the holidays.
Fantastic still. You can buy the Transformers combo pack.
And now Frank is just, I guess, playing infiltrator for everybody.
Curious how that plays into the next matches.
Wonton Don trying to take out another Tittleman's crest. He was actually not happy with having to play in the first match after Thanksgiving break. He called out our commissioner, Hank. He said, Hank's screwing us because Donnie went bowling over Thanksgiving. Bowled a solid 158, but he said his forearms are really sore and that might have an impact on his match today.
Like it's
watching
Donnie's
Donnie's
fault for bowling.
Watching
It's not
Donnie's
like it's
technique
known
there,
that people bowl over Thanksgiving. It's like,
very interesting.
But you know, we had some days off, so we're going to be a little rusty. But
Donnie's,
clearly not the case.
Donnie is pulling an alternate Glindy ball strategy. He's not duct taped up. He's got his hand. He's got one hand in his pocket and the other's pulling a Jenga block. We call him
Damn straight.
Adonis Morissette.
sometimes I go for the wonton tuck and I go actually into my underpants, get one thumb in the anus, just lock it in.
Well, that sounds like something we didn't need to
That's
know.
something how the New York Jets play football.
The Jets taking a ricochet shot
We
from
got
Frank
a
the Tank.
ricochet shot at the Jets.
Pat trying to finish off that slate. You see that sky cam presented by Heineken Hard Seltzer. We create another full row. He does just that.
Oh, you thought we wouldn't have the sky cam in a new stadium, folks? Look
You
at that.
thought wrong. Our crew
What's the
always
block count?
thinking 2 steps ahead. Chef Donnie
Don, what's your favorite
tries
team?
to take out that eastern block.
I'm a Vikings fan.
Midway down the tower.
Go Vikings, lose every game.
We would be
Go
a great fucking
Vikings, it's a crying shame. It's a fumble, another pick six. Go Vikings, let's lose. You know, it used to be the Vikings actually made the Super Bowl before they lost.
Yeah,
now they
really?
can't even make the Super Bowl. That NFC Championship game is like a force field. I mean, they see the word NFC Championship game and it just crumble. Like cookies that you sat on.
Like cookies that you sat on.
60 seconds to pick a
Very
block.
Vikings, the
you didn't have to
cookies
go
that you
there,
sat
Frank.
on, They just crumble.
Should have said I was a dolphin.
Like cookies that
60
you sat
seconds.
on. That's how
Big
the Vikings
mistake by
play.
Donnie.
Pull it, Donnie.
We've actually seen Frank do the Vikings song
Let it
before
rip, Don.
because I think he
Take
thought
your time.
10 seconds.
No, you
he
have more
thought
than 10
somebody
seconds.
was a Viking.
7 seconds. He's counting it down.
If I recall correctly, and he did that song.
45 seconds to pick a block.
Yeah, now nice tribute here to
Dude.
Alex Trebek.
What was the issue with the other one that almost
Frank the Tank did a touching tribute to Alex Trebek.
I can actually see him. Frankie Borelli is very concerned he's going to have during this match. I can already see
It will
You
happen.
take it out.
Frankie
super
just realized
slow.
that Frank is going to be here for his match and will likely sing from that. He might have an Islanders song queued up. I don't know what to expect, but Frankie just realized that he's going to have to go up against this.
1983,
He has some time
last
to
cup you'll ever
rest
see.
here.
He's already doing it. He's already.
Frank, it's not
he's
his
already
match
doing
yet.
Islanders
Save it.
chants.
10 seconds to pick a
Frank
block.
maybe losing focus
Save it,
now on the
Frank.
match at hand. We're 21
9,
blocks deep.
Focus on
Eight.
Donnie.
You know what?
7,
Spiders started the
Last
countdown.
year,
Six.
I guess the Browns pretty good. I
5,
used to say that the Browns logo
4,
should be Charlie Brown missing the football.
3,
There, he's going after the
Frank,
Browns now,
focus.
too.
We're having a
Even
pivotal
nobody
point
is
here.
saying.
One.
Yeah,
That's
going
your
after the
block.
broadcasters, certainly a normal.
He prefaced the fact that
ricochet
he
shot.
can't say it this year. Though.
Right. What are you guys, 8-3 now?
8-3.
Except
Donnie,
Donnie.
this is a winning move. This is what I was talking about earlier. Donnie knows that he's got to go for these moves that make the tower wobbly and potentially put themselves in a winning scenario. Winning moves today for the Donnies.
We're talking Pound Town on the broadcast?
Remember, Chef Donnie's
I don't know
cookbook,
why he didn't pick that
part
one that he had
of the
out.
Cyber Monday sale.
I like this one.
He takes that one out,
I'm going to go to the
creates another row.
Other side, I think.
Now it's Kanz's turn again. A new
Yes.
fourth row,
Oh,
and he attacks it immediately.
You can find in the cookbook, I have a movie-related recipe.
What would that be? Are you allowed to spoil it?
I don't want to spoil
No.
Great
Chinese
cookbook.
basketball team. No, he
Donnie
that's
going
his
with the
team.
west side here. Takes it out. Some movement on the tower. And it's out. And Jeff, when we get that first Jenga today, the Triple S is on turf. When these blocks hit this, I guess, cement, it's going to be loud.
It's going to be a loud
Yeah.
Jenga. It's going to make the sound Jenga.
It's
Yes.
worth
That's
it.
why they call it Jenga.
That is onomatopoeia, by the way. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
You learned what that meant.
Yeah,
weeks ago.
I learned. I've forgotten it again.
Take it from the side.
It's the spelling of a sound. It's like boom, crash, bang.
Okay.
Pound.
Frank
Frank the Tank is
He's got a
stealing
song
the
for the
show today.
Shanghai Sharks. He knows Chinese basketball.
It's a good block.
It's like they shoot the tank and the shark is gonna explode like in Jaws.
Oh, wow. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Nice.
Wonton's on,
Actually,
trying to
Sharks,
create another full
you could just
slate
use a
here.
canoe. There's not much of a track.
Just a canoe.
Kiss him, kiss him.
And Jeff, talk about mediocrity. From an individual standpoint, all four
Kiss him,
players
kiss him
today
more.
are below 500
That's not
in
my
their
block's
individual
fault, that's-
careers.
I mean, your block isn't
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean
Your
that's
block's out on the
again
other side.
why you saw the Stool Street
An inch,
stats the
easy
way
an
they
inch.
were. People didn't really know who to pick.
good?
That's good,
It's
that's
kind of a
good.
coin flip because they're all even players for the most
It's
part.
good.
From a team perspective, Team Josh Duhamel,
Yep.
1-4. The Rangoon Wranglers, 0-2. Pat is 1-5 from an individual standpoint. That is second worst. We'll see Tommy Smokes a little bit later at 1-6.
I'm 2-1.
Khan's at
personally.
2-4. Chef Donnie is still looking for his first win. He's 0-3, and the Wonton's on 2-4.
Chef Donnie been on the bad end of some losing, unlucky blocks. He really wants to turn that tide. You hate seeing it.
Yeah, we mentioned 1-4 Team Josh Duhamel. Their lone win actually came against this exact Rangoon Wranglers team.
lot of
So you don't want to
pressure.
get to a swept in the regular season.
This tower's starting to get a little bit wobbly, guys.
You have some more peanut gallery joining behind. You have
Yep. The act just got out, it
KB,
looks
Nick.
like.
Yep. KFC walking through. They're alive.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they are, I believe, 2-2.
60
They had a
seconds to
massive
pick a
win
block.
last week.
He's found what he really
One of the
likes.
biggest wins we've seen. Saved their season.
Right now, all the focus,
Frank,
though,
let's
on
see-
Group C.
Let's see a few songs while this
The
team's
chalk
pulling blocks.
4-0. They've already clinched, but not the
Can we do
division
that?
yet.
Told you,
Mr.
I'll
Commenter's
either
football
I'll place a
team
$20
at
order from
2-1
McDonald's, or I'll just give
Is in
you
good
$20.
position as well.
It was.
I'm just gonna.
Now, if
It
you're a
was there, it was
PFT and
sold.
the football team, Jeff, you're probably rooting here for Team Duhamel since they're already
Absolutely.
eliminated.
And that's why we talked about the
job,
bias
Football
of
team.
PFT. PFT has to hide that bias because there's a clear advantage for one
you
team.
go, Fred. What do you got?
Brandon Walker's celebrity appearance.
Football team
got
does
Brandon
Look
Walker
out.
of Mississippi State fame.
Jeff, football team
Undrafted,
does not care
free
who we
agent.
play,
It's a very easy pull.
anytime, anywhere, except University of Washington.
The goose is getting fat. If you don't have any money, get a half penny too.
Brandon Walker almost a team captain, but was voted out.
Yes, it was a play-in with Billy Football and the Berserkers.
Very Survivor-style vote out.
Indeed.
This one poking out that it's like
now
this
back
one?
inside the
This
square
side,
of
yeah, it's leaning that
doom.
way, so I wouldn't even go with
Goes
that.
Captain Cons, the 35-year-old out of Plainfield, New Jersey. Already eliminated, but playing for
go,
pride, and more
beautiful.
importantly,
Cons,
playing for
beautiful.
you at home.
You're
The
wiggling.
Stool
Pretty
Leagues,
bad.
questions
Just
1
keep
and
that
2,
in mind.
remember, is what we are tracking here on the road to
wiggling.
this
Make sure you lift it as
$2,500
you pull
progressive
it.
jackpot.
Lift it as
Hey,
you
guys.
pull it, Cons.
Hey guys, you remember this? You remember this one?
No,
Planking?
Frank,
Oh yes,
You're supposed to
planking.
be
I believe, was that a 2012 phenomenon?
PFT planking.
Did I
love
guess
that.
the year?
I love that. Not enough
Nice
planking these
Bravo.
days.
Easy. Oh,
It's a viral advertisement for the Barstool
Guide
Store.
off with Dan Daniel.
beautiful. Great turn. Thank you, Brandon.
All right,
Walker.
Cons completes, and now it's the
supporting us.
wonton Don,
Maybe that.
who is up to the plate once again. I don't know what this is.
Is he doing Crazy Frog? He was doing extra left grade, yeah. Incredible.
He's doing
60
scat.
seconds to pick a block.
Now he's scatting. He's got a little, he's doing a little Jason Mraz now.
This has turned into
45
chaos,
seconds.
but when Frank the Tank is involved,
The bottom row
He
is
hit him
expect
really
nothing short of it.
He hit him with the Crazy Frog Jason Mraz scat back to back.
This one, I wonder if it's still as tight over here. Check that out.
Jeff, 27
30
blocks. Are you
seconds to pick a
surprised the
block.
bottom row has not been touched?
Yeah, I think that's when I said winning moves. I think that Donnie's got to go for that. They got to put this in a position to win the game. Control the tower.
That same one?
The Donnies are 0-2. A loss here would put them in
15
big
seconds to
trouble.
pick a block.
Louder,
Teams are
Frank,
now
louder.
Eliminated. This is their
Yeah, I
final
think it's
match
gonna have
of
to
the
be this
season.
one.
1-4. It looks like
Nine.
Wonton Don has an answer here on the east side,
Seven.
midway down the
Oh,
tower.
let it rip.
Six.
It's going.
Extracting clockwise.
It's going.
4,
He does not like the way the tower looks. This is
Rip it, Don.
concerning for Donnie.
Remember,
1.
we're
That's
still
got to
in
be
the
your
0 to
block.
29.
You're
You're
screwed.
You have our one if you want to.
You're screwed.
Well, no, like it's very loose. I can get it out, but is it load bearing? Like, is
He's
it
going with the
completely
hinge
load
mode,
bearing?
guys. Very appropriate for Cyber Monday.
Trying
to wedge that thing out.
Donnie has about 95%
I
of
could
the
get this
block
one
out,
out. It depends how stable that.
but has
I mean, you could try to
faced a little controversy here.
slowly.
college team.
But we also
You
got
got
that
draft
one.
good
We can
players?
switch the block if we want
You
to.
know, the Minnesota Timberwolves are like a college team. They draft good players.
I'm the Minnesota
Only
fan, not him.
expecting them to. Only
He is.
expecting
You're on a
them to
team.
be
You're,
good.
you're
Very confusing the Donnies now talking about
Damn.
Minnesota
Donnie.
with
Yeah.
There's a lot of weight on
Donnie's a
that corner. Be
Patriots
very
fan.
careful.
Celtics.
Very careful. The wonton
Bruins.
Don.
You can notice the nice
easily get it
Christmas
out.
lights, holiday lights
Yeah.
hanging from the top.
Alright.
That would be courtesy of our official sponsor. He was working his butt off here on Saturday decorating the office.
The tower's gone. A crash upon
10 hours away from
the ground.
December.
Come on,
Dexy's
Eileen.
Midnight Runners.
You
Come
know
on,
it's
Eileen
gonna
now
fall.
being thrown out there for a
Dexy's
psych out on Donnie.
It's time to crash down. Come on, Eileen.
Okay.
The tower's gonna fall. You know it's now that you have
Take your
no
time, take your
shot
time.
now.
Yes.
Donnie now reversing course on this direction, but he gets it out.
Everything.
It's a great pull. That's a great
Great, and it
pull.
actually had to be.
Fantastic stuff from Donnie.
All right, now.
That was as chaotic as it's been too.
Donnie with a nice extraction there.
All right.
Well done.
And he needed that's
Frank,
a
where
win.
did Minnesota
gotta
land
get
in the
this
soda
Yes.
draft?
Put the pressure on Cons.
And it's from
Eventually,
those
it's going to
two
start to
blocks
sink
up.
in that it no longer doesn't matter for them.
Good point.
I can't
Like eventually, it goes beyond pride.
I can't go
And
this way,
I think
right?
fuels even into ego. Put them in a spot where they care so much about it, they're making mistakes.
Donnie's still searching for that first win. They need it now more than ever. Remember, there's a lot on the line for these players. It's a $10,000 grand prize, whoever wins it all, in January. Top two from each group clinch.
tight.
Then we'll have the playoffs in
60
2021.
seconds to pick a block.
Excuse me.
That might be it, Cons.
See if Pat has a response here. He's working on that full slate for the time being. About 2/3 the way down.
Fourth row down is also available if need
Where?
be.
1, 2,
45 seconds.
Here?
No, above that.
That,
Yeah.
You can't go here.
45
Yes, you
seconds
can.
from
We
Spider
can?
to pick a block.
Can we go here?
Well, I
No,
can't
that's
see
1,
where
2,
you're
3.
pointing.
That's the fourth row down.
This
Yes,
piece
you
of
can.
shit.
We're now
told
having
me I
issues
couldn't go
counting
there.
to 4, it seems.
Apparently, you know,
Number 4 rows
rudimentary
down
math
is
is
the
tough.
highest you can go. Incomplete rows do count, so that one block up top, that is row 1.
All right, we're
I'm
going
not
down
saying
here.
there. It's just it's
30
available.
Pat
seconds
having
now
a
to
real
pick a
issue
block.
picking a
Time,
block
30
right
seconds
now.
is a lifetime.
Cons, I'm curious to know
Remember,
how
we're
you
still
feel
in that
Pat
0 to
has
29
formed
range,
as a
picked by just
replacement down here.
6% of the field.
Do you think that he's performed up to Kate's standards or better than Kate?
Donnie's
I'd
liking
rather
what
not
they
compare the
see
two.
here.
We're focused on the game
15
right now.
seconds.
Pat's doing a great job.
15 seconds to pick a block. The pressure's on
Just be careful with it.
for the 31-year-old.
They can change once, remember.
Yes,
You
that
can-
is a newly
10,
implemented rule as of a few weeks ago.
9,
You can pivot once after
You're
the
fine.
clock is
8,
expired.
He said there's a lot of
7,
weight with this block.
6.
I think it's going to start to lean towards
Don't worry
where he's
about the
standing
four.
right now.
How bad, though?
It's-
Is it shaking as I move?
No,
Two.
it's not.
30-degree
Don't
angle.
listen to that man.
1.
It's really
That's your
bad.
That's
block.
it. Time expired. So this
Even
is
Frank's
Don
worried right
Pat's
now.
block.
So just be careful
Unless
when
he
you pull
uses
it.
his
It's
one
gonna-
redo.
It's going to fall, but...
It's not going to fall.
Block 28.
You got
Yeah.
it, champ.
Oh, we're
There it
going.
Spider's
goes.
out
There
of
it goes.
his
You're
seat.
good. You know
There
you
it
can feel
goes.
it. Just don't lift too
It's
much when you
creaking
pull.
over. Oh
Don't lift
my
too much
God,
because you don't want to lift it
timber!
off.
Holy shit.
Going
Yep.
clockwise,
Just using those other
slowly.
fingers
Kesha,
yeah, there you go.
start calling Pat
Are we moving
Kesha.
up top?
Nope. It's strong. It's
Tower
not moving
seems
at all,
pretty
actually.
stable for the time being.
Now it's a smidge, but nothing to be worried about.
Disambiguation
nearly
over
out.
the word smidge here.
It's nearly out. You got it.
Cons is an expert at
I'm just
judging
worried
blocks
about
of
the
wood.
recoil when I
I'm
pull it.
gonna
I don't
touch
want
it.
to
The recoil's going to be intense.
Yeah, it'll be bad.
It's not.
You toss a grape and a piece of salami on that block, and Cons is going to give that a 9.5.
You cannot twist that, or you cannot pivot the block upwards. He does
Yep,
that, he
you
will
got it.
tip this
It's
thing
fine.
and will start to
It's
wobble. It's a
fine.
great pull.
That
by
a
Gets it
boy.
out.
That a boy.
So Pat,
Good
the
job.
patience will seem to pay off. 3 towers on the far side from our broadcast booth. It's good. But Jeff, before we continue, let's go back to the Wonton Don's turn. He was patient as well, and it paid off.
Yeah, Donnie with one of
was
his
so
better
much on
pulls
that.
we've seen from him. He needed it. Every single pull is important. And by the way, as we're watching this, Chef Donnie just pulled the easiest block of the match.
What?
Incredible. As we near 30, he's about to retower. But Donnie here, it took him a while. He had the wedge technique, just me, the hinge technique. He had to deal with a couple songs from Frank the Tank, some noises, and it didn't matter. And now look at this, back-to-back
TV timeout,
great
dog.
pulls by them. Puts Cons and Pat in a different situation.
Yeah, Donnie with a very quick removal. He'll create another full slate here, and Jeff, this will eliminate that first zone in question 2. 0 to 29,
Kiss him,
now
kiss
done.
him,
We're on
kiss
to
him.
number 30.
Not many had it, though.
Nope, only
Maybe go this full row down
5.75%.
here on the bottom.
Maybe I spoke too soon. His turn's not quite over yet.
That's why I want to go up top.
There it is.
Good.
Poke it too much, you know what I mean?
Locked in.
Guys, Frank
Go.
has been Googling the recent win-loss record of various Minnesota teams. He is firing on all cylinders. He's ready to go no matter who is up. He's got some fire that he's going to be delivering to just nuke their brains as
nope,
they're
the whole
trying to
thing
pull a
moved.
block.
Frank.
PST
Slow down,
looking
Tom.
nice and
The whole thing
comfy
is
there on the floor. Jeff, I said cement earlier. I don't know if this is cement. What surface is the floor? Do we know?
Is there anything
Yeah, it's not
that fourth
cement.
row down? Nothing
it's
at all if you
concrete,
grab
too.
him like this?
Concrete.
Concrete would make
Okay.
sense.
I found a nice hole, too.
Wedge,
There it
use
is.
your top finger, use your thumb to get
60
the third
seconds
row.
to pick a block.
I don't like that.
Can you push it up to the side, not the long
Still
way?
nothing
Oh.
doing with the
You know what I
bottom
mean?
rep.
Just be slow.
Bit of a wobble there, PFT, right?
This sucker's wobbling. I got scared for my life momentarily.
Oh, I would love to see
If
it.
Cons
Nice
does knock
collapse on
over
PFT.
the
What about
losing
third
block,
row?
I believe
Facing closest
he
to the Donnie, so
officially
it's already
moves into
poking out.
last
Can you wedge
place
it out?
No, that's third row.
for
This
Jenga
one?
block rating, for JBR. He would eclipse Tom.
45
Smokes,
seconds.
And he'd be the worst
You push the middle
player
out.
in the office.
On the other side, middle above it.
You guys can't win the 10K. I think it'd be funny if you just pushed it onto PFT. That'd be a great viral moment.
I don't think that'd be funny at all, Donnie.
Donnie trying to tell Team Duhamel to throw the match, which would never
Yeah,
happen.
just
Remember,
30
when the
seconds
season
to pick a
started,
block.
Like I did
each
at
player
10-4.
signed a contract saying they will keep competitive integrity in mind.
Has anybody ever
Had to
died
do
playing
it. A
Jenga?
lot of money on the line for people out there.
No,
not
you
just
wouldn't
them.
die. I think like if you
Just
didn't cover
nice
your
and
face,
slow
you'd
and
have a
go.
nice.
That's all we
you'd
need.
have-
I
you'd have
bet
a
you
couple
somebody's
bruises.
died playing
Maybe
Jenga.
I'll take a Nate Robinson map.
Oh, Nate
Oh,
Robinson.
Nate
taking
Robinson.
some- Wow.
Tank just
15
a low
seconds.
blow.
That's the block. You got
former
all the
Nick.
time in the
I'm
world.
praying for Nate Robinson right now.
Just watch the recoil.
PFT sliding his
10,
way to get the best angle possible.
9,
but it looks
Using the
the
mic
count, you
pack
got
like a
time.
Eight.
skateboard.
It is wobbly,
Easy,
guys.
seven.
Cons may have found something on the east
Six.
side, row
Use your
4,
fingers
but
to
there is
pry it
some
up.
wobble to this
Just
tower.
super slow.
4,
Let it
3,
expire. We'll let it
He picked the
expire.
block.
2, 1.
Con just
Now he's
letting the
locked in
clock
at
Just
this
use your
block.
finger exactly like I
expire,
did. Just super fucking
making sure
slow.
the spider's not in his ear anymore. He's got his block that he wants. He said, "That's my
Wiggling a little,
bitch."
but I think you're okay.
Frank,
Just
let's
keep
get a
going
high
piece by
pitch
piece.
gobble going.
Nope. Please
High
hold.
pitch gobble, Frank.
Just one.
Please hold.
Just
Tower
one.
Please
has the
hold.
majority.
one
This
gobble.
block has
Hold,
the majority out. Now we got a dinosaur noise
You're
from the
wiggling, but just
Wonton
take
Don.
your time. Slow and steady.
Pterodactyl attack.
We're in the middle of the
Slow
30
and
to
steady.
35
Beautiful,
range,
you're
by
right
the
there.
way. Question 2.
Use your
Second
top
most
finger to pull
popular
it out.
pick. 32%.
There you go. Use that top finger. Finger it.
It's out for Cons. Goes for the quick re-tower. And it pays off. 31 deep.
All right, Tank.
What's up with the block right here? Like it's already.
Whoa,
pushed all the way
whoa.
in.
That got everybody.
I can
That's
go
the
for that
noise.
middle now.
That's the noise people forget about.
Very good.
We've got an audience of about 15, 20 people here watching
This
live
block's like already pushed out a
inside
little bit.
Barstool HQ. They were all caught off guard, including us, by that Frank the Tank noise.
I wasn't surprised by it.
No. Oh, you weren't?
No.
Yeah,
You knew that was going to
super
happen.
wobbly right there.
And by the time they got the block 30, the gobble was going to be released.
Ability if I go
Sure enough, you get the
slow,
gobble.
but
You can try the opposite.
60 seconds to pick a block.
I feel like up above this. it's
Remember,
so,
Frank was a fan earlier. He got
Cons
ejected
pull
by
out.
Spider. I believe it was week 1 or week 2 of our league, and Spider gave him the boot.
Guys,
So
one
could we
thing
see
to
that
keep an
again?
eye on.
Very
Should be
well in place.
interesting.
This is Spider zone. This is us up here. That's Spider
45
zone.
seconds to pick a block.
You're absolutely right. Spider does dominate the Ring of Doom. Once Dave gets involved, it'll be very interesting to see how Mr. Portnoy reacts to Frank the Tank's distractions. That could make for an explosive scenario. Keep your eyes peeled for that one.
30
You're
seconds
not
to
gonna
pick a block.
distract Dave. You're crazy.
Oh, Frank just
just said-
confirmed he's a simp for Dave. He will not be distracting Dave.
Do you have to block by Frank, or you think he'll be back for the next
20 seconds.
No, I can.
All right, Frank. This is it.
That's tough. I think he may distract during the match, just maybe not when Dave is on.
Okay, fair
10,
enough.
9, 8,
this one might be a little loose.
5,
Donnie's struggling, meanwhile,
Four.
with block 31.
3,
That sounds like somebody with like
Nice.
food
Pull it. Pull it.
1.
Yeah.
First block you touch.
Yeah.
Donnie's really
Time has
put himself
expired
in
on
tough
Donnie.
position.
Remember, they
Big
do have their
decision
one redo
for the wonton.
Yeah.
if needed.
Big
We haven't used that. We haven't seen that
decision.
used
Oh,
yet.
That's
Pressure.
I haven't touched it.
Pressing down on you. Pressing down on me. It's gonna fall on you.
He has to touch the. You take the next one, right?
It's
Yeah.
gonna fall on you.
Let's go. Let's
the
work.
classic. We've heard under pressure, done a lot by Frank.
All right, so there's a Tittleman's crest on row 4. You see Chef Donnie. He's already in surrender Cobra mode outside the square.
Is he doing Woody Woodpecker?
He's got the Woody Woodpecker going.
Sounds like it. Great roller coaster at Universal.
A
We
cultural
all missed the
reference.
Macy's Thanksgiving
Lost
parade
on
this
Denny
year,
here.
but I feel like I'm there right now hearing Frank do the Woody Woodpecker.
That's just good old Woody Woodpecker.
All right, Donnie has some movement on this Tittleman's crest. Row 4.
Gonna want to come this way. So.
Remember his last turn, the patience paid off. Similar route being taken here on block 31.
Look at the stance.
Could be a situation with a quick retower.
Could be. Could be.
Don't
QRT.
collapse the tower.
The Wontons on with one career-losing block.
You know what would be nice?
Trying to avoid it here. He gets it out.
Big
When the
retower.
tower
Big.
collapses,
What's the safer side?
It lands right into his pocket of his smock there.
That's not
All right.
like this.
Now just deciding which side to go. Looks like he'll go with the west.
Oh, that is far out on this side. I'll tell you that. That looks good. On this side, there's
That's
7.
out.
There's 7
some
inches
gap
on this
there.
side.
I don't know if the turn's done just yet.
That's a gap. Look at the gap. Are you kidding me?
It's
with that
level
gap?
here.
Oh, look at this side. Look at the gap on this
As
side.
long as it's on, that looks good.
It's level on the block.
That's your retower. That looks
Oh, wow,
good.
that's good. Jeff, what do you think of Spider's call there? Significant gap.
Wow. That's not him though. That's that he placed it exactly how it should be on the tower.
Wow.
It's leaning towards right
That's
where you
not
are
to the
right now,
fault
so.
of Pat or of the Donnies, and so now Pat and Cons are going to have to deal with a pretty poor retower from Cons from earlier.
Yeah, you can notice a significant tilt
This is the one where everything's leaning on.
Yeah, that's the
towards
support.
Spider's chair, towards I guess the far side of your screen right now.
Celebrity fan Baby Yoda in the background.
60 seconds to pick
You
a
have some
block.
Baby Yoda merch for 20% off too, right?
20% off. Yeah, I don't have it on. Just holding it up.
I thought you were talking
Grogu, yes.
Oh, I
I don't have it. I don't have it on me, but yes,
Yeah.
a lot of Baby Yoda merch, 20% off from Barstool Sports.
You can see the tilt.
Same with
to the
Robbie
right.
Fox is a great one as well.
50
Yes.
seconds.
Majority
Well,
of
well,
items, 20% off. We'll have the Cyber Monday Telethon, 7 p.m. tonight, led
Feels
by
like
the
the right
escape
block.
room. I'll be in there with Caleb Presley on the call. It will be White Sox Dave,
the only
Kate, Glennie Balls, and Brandon Walker against the clock. The more money we raise, the more
you
likely
stop
they are trapped
fucking-
inside that room, perhaps
Good job, Pat.
overnight.
That's good.
I walked by the room. It looks awful. Like,
Yeah.
it's good luck. That looks like a miserable experience for them, but for fun for you to watch them try to
Yes.
escape.
We'll have that stream for you
Gotta kiss
starting
all
at 7
three.
p.m.
Brandon
Dave
Walker
Portnoy will be
trapped in
anchoring
a
the
room
coverage.
with
A
White
little bit
Sox
more.
Dave.
Keep going.
It will be something. When
Seth,
Glennie Balls
you
is
wanna move
involved,
his block
anything
in?
can happen.
I don't
Will
understand.
Glennie have to
That
stay up
looks
for
good.
16 consecutive hours?
The Stoolies could have a say in that.
Good job. I didn't understand.
Another full slate completed
Got the
by
instrument now,
Pat.
baby.
And it's on to the 33 for Chef Donnie. And now we have the metal Heineken Hard Seltzer cooler involved, and Frank is pushing it against his stomach.
He's doing some sort of music. Nope.
Oh, now he's putting it
It's on
on
his
his
head.
head.
It's on his
Oh
head.
my.
Got that 3-block row right there, but I think that one.
Oh,
it's probably
he's
too
pressing
tight.
on his head significantly. I don't know if you can see right now. It looks like the Tin Man from
60
Wizard of Oz.
seconds.
Go.
Under the
2-block
chin,
row
Frank.
Right there. If the one on
There you
the
go.
He's giving him some
one on the far
concussion now.
side,
Oh.
not in the middle.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it'd be the worst thing if Frank the Tank got that stuck on his head.
That's
fire
it. That's
department
your
in here to
block.
help
That one
move
actually
it.
lets you touch right now. Is your block.
Yeah, Frank the Tank is going all in
45
with this Heineken
seconds
Hard
now.
Seltzer cooler.
Frank, a lot of people are saying that you won't get that stuck on your head.
30 seconds.
Chef Donnie, meanwhile, still locking in. Still nobody home on that bottom row.
I said the second they go for that bottom row, this game will change.
15 seconds.
And Jeff, you're a Cleveland Indians fan. Don't they have a fan who bangs on something
Four.
before
Yeah,
we
he bangs on,
Three.
bangs on the drum at the top of the bleachers.
Yeah.
They're so tight.
entire
Please
way.
go for it.
6,
I'm
5,
getting chirped on the Indians.
4,
I'm not even
Three.
playing and Frank is chirping.
2, 1.
Dave walks.
Next
First
one you
is
watch,
up
we
next.
touch.
Dave will have a double header after this match.
I mean,
A chance
is
to clinch a
is
playoff
that one on the
spot if they
bottom
sweep
row
today.
in the middle? Because like I don't know how we get it out, but if we
Spider
got it out,
getting
the tower wouldn't
Real
collapse.
close down there doing his refereeing.
Frankie buckets. Let's
And it
work.
looks like that bottom row is the only move in those bottom 8, 9 rows.
That
He's
bottom
got to
row
go
is
for it. I
tight.
think if he goes for it too,
What's
genius
the call?
move.
What's the call?
He's got to take the risk.
What's the
Spider
call?
telling Chef Donnie, the 23-year-old out of Minneapolis,
That's
to
it.
speed
That's
things up.
That's the one.
Pressure's on.
That's the one.
Ooh, it's actually moving.
Guys, but I don't know. This is a load-bearing block. Donnie's already selected it.
Once you get a corner out, stop and see how.
That thing is wedged in there.
On the other side. Loosen it a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Dave.
Can he sing?
And if you didn't catch that, I think
I'm
Portnoy
gonna
did come over to our audience and told
The drumming got shut down.
he did tell Frank the
that.
Tank to stop the drumming. It is an office space. People are trying to do
Afraid to
work.
sing, Frank.
Saw that coming.
And now the singing, he pivots back to the singing.
Art of being a boss
That
is
did
sometimes
seem
you gotta
inevitable.
be a Karen. You have to come out and you have to shut things down.
So I guess that answers our question whether or not we'll hear from Frank during Dave's matches.
I don't think Frank.
Robbie asked me first.
We'll be doing that during Dave's match. No.
Meanwhile, back in the Square of Doom, it looks like Chef Donnie found an answer.
I've said it now for the last, 20, 30 minutes. That right there was the move.
And Jeff,
This alters the match.
if you didn't catch it, here's another look. Dave Portnoy came over to Frank the Tank, told him to put it out.
Said, stop, it's an office space. Which is, that's an absolutely correct statement. This is the middle of an office.
I'm
Look
glad
at
he
the
was.
state of the tower right now. Significant tilt towards our broadcast booth. You see us on the right side of your screen. It's tilting our way.
I'm down here with
Yeah,
Frank.
this is moving, and I think Khan's here knows that this is a pivotal moment. This is probably the most pivotal moment in the match. Not to say Donnie's move wasn't easy.
Slow.
Ooh, Khan's
We have a
going real
hanging tower.
Weasel it out.
He's going quickly here.
Slow. You're not
Pat telling him
wiggling.
to slow things down. 98% of the way
There's
out.
nothing to lose.
Oh, there it goes! And that's a Jenga! Team Josh Duhamel season ends in fitting
Apparently
fashion.
I
They are
suck at
1-5,
Jenga.
And their year is done.
Officially now the worst Jenga player in the office, Captain Khan, Tommy
Cop the
Smokes.
merch.
That was terrible. That was
Cop the
terrible.
apron, cop the hat, cop the long sleeve underneath the hoodie.
For that bottom row. They had to go for the
First
win.
W
They
in
did
the tourney.
It paid off immediately.
That's huge.
Right after that,
Yup.
the season is alive.
Yeah. Take it nice and slow.
Win
think,
number
yeah,
one
just
under their
like,
belt. They're 1-2.
even
But
if it
now,
looks smooth,
Team Josh
never do
Duhamel,
like a really
1-5.
cocky pull.
Their
Always
year
take
is
it
over.
slow.
Let's send it down the stream to the Phillips Norelco locker with
So happy I
PFT
didn't
comments.
So I'm down here
Yeah,
with
I
Team
didn't
Josh
really
Duhamel.
have
It's
any
got to be a
options.
disappointing season. 1-5 can't be how you drew it up to begin the year. Now all eyes are on you guys for the draft. It looks like you've got the first overall pick. As captain, who are you thinking about going with right now, Cons?
I gotta look at myself first, because that was terrible. That was absolutely horrible. I got a little too quick with that. It felt like it was stable. It wasn't. And then that's what happens. And I thought I could save it. I couldn't. That was terrible. I'm awful.
Pat, do you think that you were put in a bit of an unfair position being brought in halfway through the season with the expectation that was on you to rescue Team Josh Duhamel's future?
I don't think it was unfair. I was just happy to be picked. I am happy I didn't pick the last block. I think we went a little bit too fast, but overall,
We were, once I joined the team, we were what? 1-1, 2-1?
1-2.
1-2? All right. So,
But who's
yeah.
counting? Who's
Right.
counting? Certainly not Connor. Well, that does it. You know, what can you say? Just a shitty season, excuse me. Josh Duhamel's got to be furious. He's probably thinking first and foremost it might be time for some leadership changes. We'll see what they get up to in the offseason. But for now, this team is going, Cons. That's pretty good.
That's much PFT. And Jeff, let's get to our close shave of the match presented by Phillips Norelco One Blade. You've been wanting a one-block Jenga for a while. We kind of had it here to start things off.
Yeah, he tried to save the tower, so it kind of ruined the ability to have the one block Jenga. But we've been saying all match, this was...
There's that one block.
I love that. That was the Jenga right there. Once that hit the ground, it was over. He could not save it, which great call by you. You knew that happened right away. We've been saying that whoever went for the bottom of the tower was going to turn this match. The Donnies knew it had to be them. They had everything to win, and everything to lose, and everything to win at the same time. Josh Duhamel was basically done. They went for it, and it paid off. Khan's a little too quick. Just got a text from Josh Duhamel, the team owner, said, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah, and that close shave of the match brought to you by the Phillips Norelco One Blade, the only tool that can trim, edge, and shave any length of hair. You can save 20% off right now on a One Blade replacement blade subscription at phillips.com/Norelco Barstool. Your style made simple. Phillips Norelco One Blade. And Jeff, I believe we have something going on in the control room right now. I think PFT is doing some investigative Big J work.
PFT is big on claiming that the
we
whole
on?
entire thing is rigged, right? Which
Are we
is
on?
wrong.
Okay, so we're
here it
back
is.
here. This is in the bowels of Stool Stadium. Nope.
All right, we apologize for the technical
That's
difficulty,
just-
folks.
That's what he gets.
Yeah, okay, Jeff, let's get back on track
His
here.
phony
Yep.
witch hunt.
No, it's all good. We're a team here.
Where's,
Group
the other
C.
mic?
The standings have just shifted a little bit more. That is the end of the season for Team Josh Duhamel. They are 1-5. They are done. But this was a must-win situation for the Rangoon Wranglers, and they got it. They're 1-2 now.
Josh Duhamel eliminated. The Rango Wranglers are 1-2. They're still behind the football team, but they have matches against the football team. They are still alive. That was massive. Chef Donnie, #1 overall pick, showed it off today. He needed that win.